Professor Alastair Finch, a renowned historian specializing in the Napoleonic Wars, stared at the artifact. It was a smooth obsidian sphere pulsing with an inner light. Found deep within a forgotten crypt in the Pyrenees Mountains, its discovery was shrouded in secrecy. He'd dedicated years to deciphering its strange script, a language unlike any known to humankind. Finally, he had cracked the codes. The sphere wasn't just an artifact, it was a time-viewing device displaying fragmented scenes from alternate realities. One scene showed Napoleon winning at Waterloo. The ensuing piece was not a benevolent one, but a tyrannical reign across Europe. Another depicted a world where the American Revolution failed, leaving the colonies under British rule. What would have become of the Declaration of Independence? Would the United States have ever existed? The sphere pulsed, revealing a chilling version of World War I, where the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand never occurred. But this wasn't peace, it was a simmering tension that erupted into an even more devastating global conflict, a conflict nobody could have predicted. The sheer scale of its destruction left Alastair breathless. Alastair meticulously documented each vision, each flicker of an alternate past. He saw a world where the Black Death wiped out the majority of Europe's population. Could the Renaissance have even happened? He shuddered at the thought. The sphere showed the rise of a technologically advanced civilization in pre-Columbian America. What technologies did they possess? Were they peaceful or belligerent? The questions piled up unanswered. He saw a world ravaged by climate change, a world vastly different from his own. The implications were staggering. The seemingly insignificant events in his own timeline suddenly held immense weight. Had his very existence been dependent on a chain of coincidences? What if a single decision had altered the course of history, leading to a vastly different outcome? The sphere revealed the death of Abraham Lincoln in a hunting accident long before the Civil War ever started. What became of the Union then? Did the Confederacy win? Did slavery persist? The thought was agonizing. He watched as the Roman Empire never fell. What a world that would be! Would they have still had the Renaissance and the scientific revolution? How different would the world be if the Roman Empire was still standing today? The sphere's display flickered, showing a scenario where Genghis Khan's empire had expanded across the entire globe. Imagine! He noted it all down. How terrifying! He pondered the seemingly minuscule choices that had defined his own life. His own choices and millions of other people's had led to this moment. Alastair's understanding of history was irrevocably changed. He was no longer merely a chronicler of the past, but a witness to its infinite possibilities. The weight of this knowledge settled heavily upon his shoulders. He was consumed by a sense of responsibility. The sphere, his window into alternate histories, revealed the fragility of time, the delicate balance upon which his world hung. He understood now the smallest of actions, a butterfly flapping its wings, could have unimaginably vast consequences. He had seen the alternate realities where this butterfly effect held sway, shaping history in profound and unexpected ways. He saw a world where women had led most major nations since the 1800s and enjoyed political power never before seen. What kind of world would that have been? He saw a world where the Cold War never ended and nuclear conflict decimated most of the Earth. The images were graphic, horrifying, leaving him in a cold sweat. He wondered if there was another version of him. What if that version made different decisions? How would it change the course of his life? He spent sleepless nights analyzing the data, the fragmented glimpses of worlds that never were. He looked at his family, at the world around him, a world that was so fragile, he saw its potential for ruin in the visions of the sphere. The artifact remained a source of wonder and terror, a constant reminder of the infinite paths not taken, the uncountable possibilities that lay beyond his comprehension. He knew he couldn't share this information with the world, not yet. The implications were too great, the impact too profound. For now, he must bear the burden of this knowledge alone. The implications of the sphere were too much for one man to take. He continued his research, determined to understand how these worlds were possible. The sphere was a powerful tool, a gift from the past that showed the delicate balance of the present and the future. He knew it wouldn't be long before the world found out. He simply hoped he could be ready when it did.